ジャパンキャストのビデオエピソードへようこそ、ひとみです。
ポルです。This is Japancast episode 68. No shirt, no shoes, no problem.
Yeah.
So, oh no, you know what I was trying to do? Look. I brought my iPhone.
Okay, cool.
So I can hopefully follow along. It keeps shutting itself
Very
down.
good.
So what do we have going on here? A new lesson? Going in the shop.
はい。
What kind?
Soon. It's called Japanese at home.
Not homey.
No.
Not Japanese at homey.
No.
Japanese at home.
At home.
And I know all about this.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes. This was created originally for what?
My mom
And?
and my kids.
Right.
To communicate each other because
Right.
my kids, our kids really don't speak Japanese. And
Right.
my mom, she doesn't really speak English. So.
And you don't speak very loudly, so nobody can hear you.
Fine.
So you, not we, had created this
Yes.
sort of communication system and thought, hey, you know what? I bet a lot of other people would be interested in how to communicate.
Right. So if you want to know how Japanese parents speak to their kids or Japanese kids speak to their parents, get this lesson. Because this is how we talk to each other in the family.
And it's quite a lot. We recorded it's a bunch of set phrases, and then we recorded so you know how to pronounce everything.
Right.
So it's going to be pretty nice. I have to finish up the audio section, and then we'll get it together, but it's pretty cool. Anything else going on?
No, I don't think so. I'm working on kanji lesson. Of course, hopefully sometime in February.
Cool. Awesome. And we're working on the new supporter-only site.
Hi.
Our associate producer, Herschel, asks for some to-do lists, so I sent him some stuff. And we'll see how that goes. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. All right. We got next Culture Corner. But before we do that, I want to thank you guys for donating and supporting us. We absolutely appreciate it. I've said it a million times. Yes, we have some sponsors here, but the vast majority of the support for us come directly from you guys. So thank you so much for supporting us. Thanks to everybody on the screen.
ありがとうございます。
Every dollar counts. Actually, speaking of donators, we get a lot of emails because I know January, everybody's trying to learn a new language, either lose weight or learn a language. That's the two things everybody wants to do. So we get a lot of new people saying, how come you guys don't put the kanji on the screen?
Right.
And the reason is, that's for donators. That's a special thing just for the people who have donated to us. So if you want that stuff, you have to donate. And it doesn't really matter what the amount is. We try to do special things depending on the level. But if you donated $1, you get show notes. It's whatever you can afford. So if you're interested, you can go to jcast/donate and donate there. So thank you guys very much. And up next, Culture Corner. So we're up to Culture Corner, and I know what's coming up. It's all about bleach, right?
No. 1月5日はイチゴの日です。
Right.
イチゴ?
Ichigo.
違う。
He's the main character in Bleach.
No, ichi as in one, and go, 5.
Right.
So, イチゴの日? You know what this day is for?
It's the day that they celebrate Bleach
No.
by dressing up like Ichigo.
No. イチゴの日, no. Actually, I found out today that this kind of day exists, like イチゴの日, January 5th. Hi. So, I'm going to read a description about this in Japanese. So, it's a little advanced dictation lesson.
Ooh. Okay.
いちご世代と言われる高校受験を控えた15歳の少年少女にエールを送る日。1、5の語呂合わせです。記念日の制定者は確かではありませんが、学習塾が 冬休み中の生徒のやる気を出さすために制定したと言われています。
That wasn't bad.
It's very bad.
I probably got about 10 to 15% of it.
So,
yeah.
So yeah, January 5th is a day to cheer for 15-year-old boys and girls.
15.
15, yes,
Okay.
not 50.
15歳.
Yeah, 15歳. That's why it's Ichigo, 1, 5. Right, so Ichigo comes from 1 and 5. And Ichi means 1 and Go means 5. And yeah, we have to take entrance exams to go to high school in Japan, right? And it's pretty hard, you know, 15-year-old kids. And that's why I think they created this kind of day. Yeah. And yeah, nobody really knows who actually started this.
Okay.
But they said that maybe cram schools did that.
A lot of people here in the U.S. talk about Hallmark holidays. Hallmark is the card manufacturer.
Yeah.
And so they'll say, you know, this holiday is a Hallmark holiday because the Hallmark tries to sell more cards.
Cards.
So same kind of idea.
Yeah,
Cram
maybe.
schools try to get you to go.
Right. Well, you know, it's nice to cheer for those kids.
I don't know.
Because those are really hard. Very stressful. You have to pass.
Did you stress out?
No, not really. I was going shopping with my mom the day before the exam, and then my neighbor saw me and said, "Aren't you gonna have exam tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh my.
Yeah, I was pretty laid back kid.
So it's not a day to celebrate Ichigo.
No.
It's a different thing. It's
to cheer for those 15-year-old boys and girls who have to take entrance exams.
Oh, speaking of Ichigo, my new favorite anime, in addition to Bleach, a lot of you will love hearing this, Fairy Tail. If you like Bleach and you haven't watched it, I know it's, a lot of you are like, yeah, I know already, it's been out forever, but...
What, Fairy Tail?
Yeah, it's been out for quite a while, for a few years.
I watched a little bit. It's not geared towards more like little kids than Bleach.
Yeah, Bleach is a little...
Bleach is more like adults.
Yeah, a little more.
Yeah, teenager to adults. But this...
It's... Yeah, younger kids can watch it. But it's still fun. It's if you like Bleach, it's a fun show to watch. So that's my little anime pitch. I was going to do my own little YouTube video like I do every once in a while to talk about it, but I thought I'd mention it here.
And by the way, January 5th is Hayao Miyazaki's birthday.
Ooh.
はい。ところで、1月5日は宮崎駿さんのお誕生日です。
お誕生日おめでとう。
おめでとうございます。
I'm sure he watches. He's a big fan.
I'm sure.
I'm sure he is.
はい。
All right. Cool. So up next we have an idiom and listening comprehension. Cool. But before we do that, I have to thank Audible, my favorite sponsor, because I love me some audiobooks. I finished... Which one did I finish recently?
The biography.
Steve Jobs? Oh yeah, I listened to Steve Jobs' biography. That's right. Yeah, that was really good. I really enjoyed listening to that. That was a good one. But as I said last week, if your New Year's resolution is to learn a new language, go to Jcast/Audible, sign up for the free trial, and get Pimsleur Japanese. I took Japanese in college, and I learned more from Pimsleur than I did in college Japanese. Because it's not... In college, I had to learn like all the hiragana, and I had to try to learn by grammar, and I hated it. But Pimsleur is just conversational stuff. You just learn phrases.
Right. Speak right away.
Yeah. You feel like you're accomplishing something.
Some people like to learn all the grammar.
Yes, we call those boring people.
I do.
They like to be accountants, bookkeepers, they love to actuaries, that kind of stuff. But if you have a pulse, then you probably like to learn actual phrases. I'm going to get a lot of nasty email from accountants now. How dare you? I'm going to audit your books. Anyway, up next we have phrase or idiom.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
We have a great
熟語 idioms. Related to what? Money?
お金.
お金? So the first one, we have two. The first one, 金が物を言う。
そうですね。
そう。金が物を言う。Literally and truly, money talks.
Money talks.
金が物を言う。So, for example, you can say something like, 選挙では金が物を言うと言われています。選挙では金が物を言うと言われています。はい、means?
They say money talks in elections, which is
Campaigns.
very true. Campaign, election campaigns.
はい。
Very true.
ね。Yeah, in Japan too.
Well, I'm supposed to speak more Japanese. I get emails. Everybody says I should speak more. So.
Yeah, you should.
話せません。私の日本語はとても上手じゃありません。See? You can't use とても。
Right.
Just 上手じゃありません。あまり上手
じゃありません。Might be a little bit more natural. Yeah, とてもuse with just affirmative sentences. あまり with narrative. はい。
Not very is what it sort of means.
そうそう。The next one. 金に糸目をつけない。
Okay.
金に糸目をつけない。So literally, to not attach strings to money.
To not attach strings. Okay.
Right. And it means like money is not an object.
Oh, okay. That's interesting because we would say something has strings attached. So like, I might if I loan somebody money, it might be that okay, they have to pay it back plus interest, or they have to work around my house until they've paid it off. There's strings attached. I'm not just giving them the money. So, but that's it's a different meaning.
So, example, you can say something like, 吉田さんは絵画収集のためには金に糸目をつけません。吉田さんは絵画収集のためには金に糸目をつけません。Which means?
What's his name?
Mr. Yoshida?
Yoshida-san, atama ga warui.
No.
だから.
So when Mr. Yoshida collects paintings, money is not an object.
Right. He likes to go to antique shops.
Eh?
He's light in his loafers. He likes to go antiquing, buy those paintings. Oh, now I've offended more people. I'm going to get more nasty emails. It's all right. It's an idiom that you probably don't know.
So anyway, I'm just going to ignore this. Two idioms.
Uh-huh.
We use these all the time. 金が物を言う. Money talks. And the other one is 金に糸目をつけない. Means like money is not an object.
All right. And up next we have listening comprehension. Let's see how I do.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Now? Okay. つい先日まで結構暖かかったですよね。でも、とうとう雪が降り始めて冬らしくなってきましたね。ところで皆さんは雪好きですか？スキーとかスノボとかしますか？スノボというのはスノーボードの略です。私はスキーとか全然ダメなんですけど、スノボはちょっとやってみたい気がします。
I got a decent amount of that. I can understand.
Yeah. At least you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like
the subject.
Theme, yeah.
All right. Cool. Hopefully those of you who are sort of intermediates got most of that like me. If you're a beginner, don't freak out. It takes a while to get an ear for this, but you will eventually. You'll pick out a lot of words and you'll at least know what the subject matter is. So, all right. Up next, we have our very last video from Terrence Walker on creating your own anime. But before we do that, I wanted to remind you guys to check out Busted Tees. As I said last time, they were having a $10 t-shirt sale. Actually, I didn't check and see if it's still going on, but you guys should check it out. Go to jcast/tees, Busted Tees just really, really funny, great t-shirts. I love their stuff. So again, head over to jcast/tees and check it out. And here we have a short video from Terrence Walker.
In general, animation is made by very large crews. When I went to Production IG in Japan, it was amazing to tour the studio and see how it's done. You might have a room that is just for the 3D digital computer artists, and there would be 7 to 10 artists in there working on computers creating the 3D graphics which appear in series like Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. In another room, you might have the actual animators. These are the people who may draw on paper at that time, or today may use Wacom tablets or other digital methods, but these are the guys who are actually drawing the characters and drawing the actual scenes that appear in an animation. You also have an entire team just for color. And this team, basically, they know what colors go together, how to design and lay out colors in a scene, focus on lighting, and then you have a team of maybe 10 people who do just that work. An animated project may in the end have up to 100 people that make it possible, and certainly that make it possible in a reasonable amount of time. However, if you're going to be creating your own animated works, you have to find out how animation can be created by simply one person. Believe it or not, it is possible. And you won't be alone in thinking that you can create a full, high-quality animation by yourself. It's also happening in Japan. Manga artist Atsuya Uki created almost entirely by himself the 30-minute OVA Senkuro, and it ended up getting real distribution from the guys over at Aniplex, who are continuing to find and fund other independent creators. He created this 30-minute OVA and is now working on part 2 from what I hear, and he actually did it with traditional drawing techniques. It took him quite a bit of time to do it, but the quality is amazing, and the video itself is actually very nice to watch. You should certainly check it out if you get the chance. Comics Wave, another company famous for finding and funding independent creators, they were the ones who actually got Makoto Shinkai started. And his almost independently created Voices of a Distant Star was one of his first films done almost entirely by himself. Other films would be Kakurembo, Pale Cocoon. These are all done by single or very small teams, 1 or 2 people creating their own animation, and the quality of some of them is right up there with the stuff done by the big guys. So it certainly can be done. And if you want to learn how to do it, you can check out my final independent animation training, the last course you'll ever need. In this extensive course, I cover every aspect, from creating the original images, working on your story and storyboards, all the way to doing sound and music. This is the course that teaches you everything that you need to know so that you can begin to create your own independent anime works and be right up there with the guys who are becoming famous in Japan right now by creating independent animation. So check it out and let me know what you think and what kind of works you will begin to create.
Well, thanks to Terrence for doing all those videos for us, and I really hope that what he's shown you and talked about has really inspired you guys to give it a shot. If you're interested in creating your own anime, do it. Don't talk about it wanting to do it, just do it, okay? You don't have to live in Japan. It doesn't have to be in Japanese. You don't have to worry about that. Just try. So thanks again to Terrence for showing us that you can do it on your own. So, what else is up? You got to talk about New Year's resolution and stuff? You're not going to talk about that? Okay. Well, fine. We have, if your New Year's resolution was to learn stuff, there's a lot of new stuff coming. What else we have going on? That's it? Jeez. Well, I do want to thank you guys again. I thanked last week, but everybody who clicked on our Amazon banner.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
どうもありがとうございました。
If you're new and you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, if you were going to buy, let's say you needed a brand new toilet seat because the dog chewed it up. That happens all the time. I don't know. So you go to Amazon and you're going to buy it. Instead of doing that, go to Japancast.net There's a button that says Amazon. Click that. It takes you to the Amazon front page, and then just buy whatever you were going to buy. We get credit for sending you there, and you guys get your stuff, and it doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost us anything, and we get credit. And somebody's calling me on my phone while I'm holding it. All right. That must be the cue to get out of here.
はい。
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
じゃあまたね。
Japan